Live from downtown Detroit, home of WDIV and Click on Detroit, Local 4 News at 6 starts now.
State Health Department says it's time to start masking up again indoors, and that includes businesses. We have reaction to the new advisory.
The FBI still looking for answers in the mystery of Jimmy Hoffa's disappearance. Well, now we learn a new tip and a search happening out east.
And a string of racist incidents in one school district prompts a $150 million lawsuit and a new protest by teachers and students. Emotions continue to run high over hateful messages, use of slurs, and more at Bloomfield Hills High School. It's
been a week since students walked out of their classes in protest, and today many of those same students were joined by teachers for a sit-in, demanding more action from the district. That comes as a new lawsuit was filed calling for $150 million in damages to be awarded to students of color.
Our Grant Herms has a story after a tearful news conference from parents.
Grief, fear, and anger on display in that press conference this morning from the parents who are bringing that massive lawsuit. They're also hoping the federal government gets involved, as they say racist messages and incidents have continued here on campus as recent as this week.
They're talking about killing not just my baby, but all the minorities at that school.
An emotional press conference today from the parents of a 15-year-old Bloomfield Hills High School student suing the high school principal, the superintendent, and the district after a string of racist messages calling to kill black students. Open use of the N-word in school and other racist incidents have been uncovered, including an alleged incident of a science teacher hanging a black doll from the school's second floor to demonstrate gravity.
We got writing on the walls, kill all. You got black baby dolls on nooses. What is going on in America?
The girl's mother breaking down nearly right away as her lawyer and husband detailed the threats, eventually forced to leave the room, distraught. The lawsuit filed in federal court is calling for civil rights class action status and $150 million in damages. The parents also want the U.S. Department of Justice to send federal marshals to patrol the schools to prevent more incidents.
My message to the board and the superintendent of the Bloomfield Hills School District is that they are on the verge of becoming accessory to murder. They turned a deaf ear and they turned their backs on our children.
And we did reach out to the district and the superintendent for a comment today, but did not get one back. At Bloomfield Hills High School, Grant Herms, Local 4.
All right, Grant, and police say they are investigating these most recent incidents and are asking for any tips about them.
A CDC advisory panel has now endorsed Pfizer and Moderna's boosters for all adults. With the panel's recommendation, CDC Director Rochelle Walensky is expected to clear those doses soon. Earlier today, the FDA authorized both companies' vaccine boosters for everyone 18 and older. Here at home, state reporting 17,980 new cases of COVID over the last 2 days. So the average now at 8,990 cases each day. Sadly, we've lost another 128 people to the virus, 71 of those coming from a vital records review. Other headlines today: the surge in cases is forcing University of Michigan Health to reschedule some elective surgeries due to high occupancy in the hospital. U of M Health currently has more than 75 cases of COVID-19 among adults and 20 that are in the ICU at U of M. State of Michigan is operating tonight under a new mask advisory. It is a suggestion that everyone over the age of 2 wear masks indoors and that businesses get back to asking customers and employees to mask up at all times. Business editor Rod Maloney brings us some of the reaction to this new guidance. Rod.
This is the Four Corners restaurant on Lapeer Road in Auburn Hills. And if you come over to the door here, you'll notice there is no sign here that says that you need to wear a mask, even though the state has the mask advisory tonight. The owner here tells me they suffered during the last year when they had all of the shutdowns, and they say there's not a sign and there isn't going to be one.
Mask or no mask, everybody here is welcome.
Jim Gargasula's restaurant's busy again.
Order up.
After taking a financial beating last year, he has no intention of going back there either. So it's noteworthy to mention there's no one from the wait staff to cooks to customers wearing a mask.
201. And I just feel people should be able to choose for themselves what they want to do and what they don't want to do. That's why we have the vaccines out, you know. And it's either a vaccine, vaccine, which one is it, you know?
The Michigan Restaurant and Lodging Association President Justin Winslow took part in the MDHHS Zoom interview today announcing the mask advisory and had a slightly different take.
If you're planning to dine out and feel more comfortable in a mask, wear it. We encourage it. A mask might not make you invincible, but it is a pretty simple tool to help mitigate spread and keep your fellow Michiganders safe. National
Federation of Independent Business spokesperson Amanda Fisher notes that the advisory is not a mandate, which is helpful, she says, particularly to small businesses across the state. Yet when she first heard about it,
it gave me pause because I thought, oh no, is another mandate coming? Is another order coming? That would affect my members because I don't know how a lot of them would be able to survive another shutdown or anything like that.
Garga Sulis is glad masks are optional still, too.
That's the American way.
So they're already short-staffed here. They're not going to be open on Thanksgiving Day. They're not even open during the dinner hour anymore. But Elizabeth Hertel says for those of you who are going to be getting together for Thanksgiving next week, she suggests quite seriously that you should consider having Thanksgiving dinner outdoors. In Auburn Hills, Rod Maloney, Local 4.
Okay, Rod. Kyle Rittenhouse has been found not guilty on all charges by a Wisconsin jury. Rittenhouse broke down in tears as he listened to the verdicts. Jurors announced their verdict today after 4 days of deliberations. The 18-year-old faced 5 felony charges for killing 2 people and injuring 1 other during unrest in Kenosha, Wisconsin last year. The defense argued he shot the 3 in self-defense. Wisconsin's governor has deployed 500 National Guard troops in anticipation of post-verdict protests. More reaction from Kenosha, Wisconsin in the Rittenhouse verdict when you join Lester Holt and the NBC Nightly News team. That's coming up immediately following this broadcast at 6:30.
Stop me if you've heard this before. The FBI is at it again, following up on a new tip in the disappearance of Jimmy Hoffa, the Teamsters boss last seen 46 years ago in Bloomfield Township. The latest search taking place in Jersey City, New Jersey. Local 4 defender Sean Lay brings us up to speed on the investigation. Sean, this case does seem to pop up every few years.
Well, Devin, it's a case that continues to captivate. It continues to captivate Hollywood. Jimmy Hoffa case. But listen, it still is a case that belongs to the Detroit FBI office. It is their case because of the Bloomfield Township connection. And the Detroit FBI office is backing up FBI agents in the New York, New Jersey area with this new tip. So today I got to ask the FBI special agent in charge here in the Detroit region about this new lead.
Last month, the FBI obtained a search warrant to conduct a site survey underneath the Pulaski Skyway in New Jersey. On October 25th and 26th, FBI personnel from the Newark and Detroit field offices completed the survey, and that data is currently being analyzed. Because of the affidavit being sealed, I'm not able to provide any additional information.
That's Devin Kowalski, special agent in charge of the FBI's Detroit field office, talking about the missing persons case of Jimmy Hoffa, a case that has always been a Detroit FBI case since Jimmy Hoffa went missing from Bloomfield Township. Detroit agents now assisting FBI agents working in Jersey City, New Jersey. New search warrants, new leads from new tips from what the New York Times says is from a deathbed statement from a man who says he buried a drum containing Hoffa's remains in what was a landfill. Journalist Dan Moldia, who has written extensively about the Hoffa case, says he generated this new lead in the case.
He said there was a place called Moscato's Dump on the Pulaski Skyway, and that's where we would dump bodies. And so that was the baseline from which the FBI has operated. That is the baseline from which I have operated.
FBI telling us today, look, one thing is for sure about this new dig is that there's no timetable for it. They're going to take their time. They're going to dig. But again, they're going to take their time and see what's in there. We're going to watch it every step of the way, though. Devin, back to you.
Sure will, because you're right, Sean. We can't quite turn away. All right, Sean.
36 years.
That's right.
All right, from COVID to everyday emergencies, healthcare heroes are busy saving lives. One downriver nurse is redefining what it means to take care of her patients by going beyond the hospital bed.
Our Megan Woods shows us how this idea came about. Megan.
A sweater, a pair of boots, they're not something you would think a patient needs in a hospital, but one Beaumont nurse not only saw a need, but did something about it.
There are a lot of patients that come in and their clothes are soiled or torn or cut off.
As a nurse at Beaumont Trenton, Laura Thompson has a knack for helping people when they need it the most, and that's not limited to medical needs.
I had a patient one day that needed to walk home because she lives very close to the hospital and it did not have any shoes. She said she was happy to walk home in 2 pairs of hospital socks, and I was so upset. I was like, I want to be able to give this lady a pair of shoes.
So she turned her frustration into this.
I just went to Target and bought like a shelving unit and some bins and threw it together one day. And then everyone on the unit started pulling together and donating, and then people in the hospital heard about it and started donating.
She named it the Brody Garrett Closet after her 12-year-old son, who also has a giving heart.
It was my way of saying, I see you and here you go. This is your spirit and I'm honoring you.
The closet hasn't been around long, but it's already making a difference.
Patients are shocked that, we're able to just give them clothes and they can take them home. And it makes them feel more comfortable and loved during the hospital process.
She says several people throughout the Beaumont health system have reached out to her to see how they can start up their own closet at their own location. I'm Megan Woods, Local 4.
And you can donate gently used or new items by stopping by the front desk at Beaumont in Trenton.
Really nice story. All right, Michigan's Attorney General joining several others asking whether Instagram is harmful to young people.
Child psychologist weighing in on that ahead here at 6. Let's check in with Andrew.
And Kimberly and Devin, good to see you this evening, and good to see that sunshine earlier today, right? Well, we have chillier conditions now. It's currently at the freezing mark in Ann Arbor, also Port Huron, while it's 39 degrees over at City Airport. But looking beautiful as we look downtown. We'll talk about tonight's forecast and how cold it gets, any showers for the weekend, and of course your full 7-day forecast, including Travel Day Wednesday and Thanksgiving Thursday, in minutes.
All right, Andrew, let's take a